If you watch Star Trek The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, or Voyager, you might have noticed that the humans of the 24th century were quite fond of what we call classical music. Indeed, several members of the crew, including bridge personnel like Lieutenant Commander Data, played string instruments and would often give recitals. Voyager's doctor enjoyed performing classical opera numbers. But given the explosion of music in the 20th and 21st centuries, and the undoubtedly massive repertoire of human music that would exist by the 24th century, why does everyone in the future seem to be so fixated on classical music? It's not that characters in Star Trek weren't aware of 20th century pop culture. Tom Paris was an aficionado. Deep Space Nine had holographic 1960s lounge singer Vic Fontaine, and even Chief O'Brien was reported to be fond of Richard Berry's Louie Louie. Modern 24th century music is seldom heard, though it is talked about on occasion. Now, the obvious reason why we don't see Harry Kim singing Nirvana songs or the Enterprise D crew playing Bittersweet Symphony is that from a production standpoint, it's far cheaper to use public domain classical music than to pay royalties to the artists of our present day. But there's a possible in-universe explanation for this phenomenon which has never been mentioned in any of the series, and I feel it's quite obvious once you think about it. After the Vulcans initiated first contact with humans and we learned we were no longer alone in the universe, there would have been a flood of new ideas from the variety of cultures humans would encounter between first contact to the time of TNG. And the impact of such contact on humanity would certainly leave an indelible mark on us. All future philosophy, science, and critically art would now be influenced by these strange new worlds. But humans have always had a deep affinity for the past, and we cherish the creations of our forebears, even if the purpose of their creations have been lost to time. By the 24th century, I would imagine that humans looking for similar anchors to their humanity would undoubtedly fall back on classical music. It is undeniably pure human, and as the foundation for much of the music of the subsequent centuries, it is a cultural bedrock that humans can take with them into the cosmos. And unlike photographs or film, music is something that humans can recreate themselves, providing a visceral experience, a qualia, that mere observance of recordings cannot provide. I believe you also see the kind of longing for that connection to virgin humanity in the theater of the 24th century, and in some cases the sports. Humans in Star Trek play all sorts of sports and games introduced by alien species, so much so that by the 24th century the very human sport of baseball is almost never played and is seen as an eccentric quirk of Benjamin Sisko's. But his love of it reveals his longing for the familiar, for the human, a longing that I think we all share. I believe that if we in the real world ever encounter intelligent life out there, once the initial culture shock wears off, humans of the future will look back to classical music, art, and theater as a sort of ground truth for what it means to be human. What do you think? Please remember to like and subscribe, and if you want to support this channel, please check out my debut novel Holocene, a science fiction story about isolation, loss, and determination. It's available on Amazon, and there's a link in the description. I look forward to reading your comments. Thanks for watching.